Welcome to Skuberfacts. I am Scuba. These are my facts. We're here for episode 2 of the Skuberfacts show, and we're going to go through some stuff. Just some stuff that's on my mind. I'm just going to talk for a little bit. I guess I should have started last time saying there was going to be spoilers. I don't really think nobody commented that it spoiled anything for them. Like, the way I see it, man, if you're looking at videos on YouTube about things that you enjoy and you're not up to date, you should probably not be watching those videos. I mean, that's how I work. I mean, I saw people on Twitter complaining about spoilers for The Mandalorian, and yeah, they were posting spoilers, kinda, but also if you're not up to date, so when it comes to Friday, there's a new episode of The Mandalorian. So where's the last place I go? Star Wars Twitter. Why would you go to Star Wars Twitter knowing that you're not up to date with the latest Star Wars thing? Nah, I'm sorry, but the ownership comes on you at that point. I don't think you can blame anybody else but yourself for your stupid mistakes. So let's get into The Mandalorian. Now, I could sit and talk about Star Wars and The Mandalorian all goddamn day. So this one I'm going to do. In the description, I'm going to try and put little time links to the next topic. If you ain't interested in The Mandalorian, if you ain't interested in this or that, then jump to the next topic. And also, if you click a link down there, I think it gives me another view, which at this point is great for me. So I don't think this hasn't happened since my last episode, but Anita Sarkeesian, yeah, I'm going to say that's how you say your last name. Pretty well-known feminist and social justice warrior, whether she would call that herself, I don't know. I've not asked her, but she was disappointed that female Mandalorians have boob armour. Now, this is a woman who probably quite rightly started what she does for good reasons. But I don't know, man. I kind of feel like sometimes people like this get a little taste of power, they make a little bit of change, and they go way off the rails. But, I mean, let's just check out. So there we go. I mean, now I've seen a lot of people coming back with some responses to this. Some people saying, yeah, well, that's how the armor was designed in the Clone Wars, which isn't really an argument, because if it was incorrectly designed in the first place, that argument doesn't hold up. But what I have seen are female members of the Mandalorian Mercs Costume Club coming forward and basically dismissing her claims that it's, I don't know what she's trying to claim, sexist or male gazy, whatever the term is. And also there's a design element. Can we zoom in there? I'm zooming in too much. What a creep. Anita would hate me. This is the kind of person we're trying to fight against. But people are saying that a solid chest piece would restrict movement as well as be uncomfortable to a female. Now, the argument really for me would be, if they had not made a distinction between a male Mandalorian and a female Mandalorian, would people like Anita be just as upset? Why are you dressing these women as men? This is an outrage! All that sort of stuff. So, sorry, Anita, I think you picked the wrong franchise to come after, which was her exact response. Basically, she accused Star Wars fans of... She basically accused the Star Wars franchise of being like a no girls allowed treehouse, with a sign up on the door, no girls allowed. Now, there's been strong female characters throughout Star Wars. In 1977, Princess Leia was a strong female character, so I don't really buy that. I think from what I've heard about it, not that I've been talking about her or anything like that, you know what I mean? But from what I've heard about it, she seems to be very motivated to disrupt these kind of things. I'm sure her intentions are good, but pick your battles, Pick your battles, Anita. So let's go into Rosario Dawson playing Ahsoka Tano. Now, Ahsoka is probably one of my favorite characters, actually. I think Ahsoka, I mean, yeah, we saw Anakin rise from a child slave boy to Darth Vader, and then, even reference after them. But Ahsoka Tano, we actually saw through the Clone Wars animated series coming in as a youngling, coming in as a Padawan, rising up. She got expelled from the Jedi Order, but then she was proven innocent. But because the trust was broken, she decided to leave the Jedi Order, which ties in just before Revenge of the Sith. And then she goes AWOL. Check out the Clone Wars, man. I said it last time. Check out the Clone Wars. If you're a Star Wars fan, check out the Clone Wars. There's no better way to say check out the Clone Wars. So Rosario Dawson was great. Now, I really liked it. I liked the episode. I like the kind of homage they paid to the old samurai movies. This was an issue for me. I don't feel like her. I don't know what you call those. It's not a headdress because that's her body, but that looks like a foam noodle that you go swimming with. I feel like I appreciate that they haven't gone full CGI and that they've put a lot more effort into costume design, but I don't know. Am I disappointed? No, because I'm seeing live action Ahsoka, and it's something that I never thought I'd see. So I'm not disappointed, but I don't know, man. Look how awesome she looks. Look how cool those white lightsabers are. Could have done a little bit better for me. Just on that one prosthetic. Prosthetic? Is that the right word? Sure, let's go with that. The episode was great. Enjoyed seeing Ahsoka. I think they very clearly set her up for either her own show or she's going to tie into another show. That's going to be interesting. So next, what we got his name, Grogu, little Grogu. So we got a little bit of a backstory from Ahsoka, just letting us know, and that was cool. I mean, it kind of reaffirmed theories that Baby Yoda, as he will no longer be called. I don't want to hear anybody calling him Baby Yoda. His name's Grogu. The child, I will accept if you can't remember. But other than that, his name is Grogu. So she kind of reaffirmed that Grogu was in the Jedi Temple. He was being trained. The rest is kind of unclear. So that's cool that we've kind of had some clarification on that. And this episode was great for me. Something that I've been starting to feel now, Luke. I love Boba Fett. Boba Fett for me is he had how much 15 minutes or whatever he had screen time in the original films, and basically his action figure, his toy sold so much that he just became this kind of cult classic character. But he didn't have a lot of screen time. So watching The Mandalorian, I'm starting to feel like, Din Djarin, The Mandalorian, I got to admit, I was starting to feel like I like him more than Boba. And then this happened. I mean, if you've not seen the episode, check the episode, man. I mean, if you've not seen the episode, you should not be watching this right now. Just look at Boba go. Played, of course, by Tim Morrison, who played Jango Fett in Attack of the Clones. Boba Fett was an unaltered clone of Jango, so it would make sense that the same actor could play Boba Fett, which I think is great. I mean, just look at this. This is spectacular. And then he later in the episode puts back on the armor. There he goes, man. Oh, man. I saw somebody calling Boba Fett. Hey, man. He's been out there. He's been eating. I cannot wait to see where they go with this. I don't want him to become a character in The Mandalorian, but from what I can tell, he's got his mini-series coming, which explains his backstory of how he got out of the Sarlacc and how he got to this point. But I want to see something more of him going forward. Do I want him as a character in The Mandalorian? I'm not sure. this is Din Djarin's story. I don't know if I want to see that shared with anybody. Let's see what the future holds. One last shout out to Giancarlo Esposito, Moff Gideon. Luke is smiling, still menacing. So yeah, moving on from The Mandalorian, because I could probably just sit and ramble about The Mandalorian the whole time. But there's plenty of people out there. This is just my thoughts escaping from my crowded mind and worming their way into yours. Lockdown update. Lockdown update. I mean, my life's still no different. You getting the vaccine? What are you all thinking about the vaccine? I'm not as skeptical as some of these conspiracy guys. Hey, you want to hear a conspiracy? Check this for a conspiracy. So, I saw some workmen working on a road. Looked completely normal. The next day I came back, the workmen had gone, but there was still a hole. It was fenced off, like they do. And as I was driving past, I looked into the hole, and under the road was hollow. Now, forget about flat Earth, forget about hollow Earth. Well, maybe not hollow Earth. Maybe this is. Maybe I found the way into the hollow Earth. But why was under the road hollow? Now, this got me thinking, have I just lived my whole life thinking that roads were on top of ground? Is it really hollow underneath roads? Of course it's not. That's ridiculous. So I don't know what these guys... Maybe if I got any viewers, anybody who's watching who works on roads, why was this a hole in the road? But when you looked in, I could see pipes, I could see things. It was hollow. There was no ground. Would they have excavated out of the road? I don't know. Well, that's a bit of conspiracy. Anyway, back to vaccines. You getting a vaccine? Let me know in the comments. Are you getting vaccinated? I probably will. Although I've been working the whole time. I've been out there. I've been fine. Not saying it doesn't exist. I'm just saying, maybe I'm like Trump. Maybe I'm just like, maybe scientists would be surprised at how great my body is. But we're coming towards the end of 2020. Is 2021 going to be a better year? Now, this annoys me. This is something that's been annoying me. I hate how people are personifying the year like it's the year that's doing this. Like, 2018, stop killing our celebrities. Or, have you seen the news? 2020's up to his old tricks again. And you're like, it's just, these are events happening in a time period. The time period isn't responsible. Why are people acting like it's 2020, consciously going around and causing these events? Is 2021 going to be better? Probably not, because it's the same thing. It's not a new entity that's going to somehow change the course of the history over the next 365 and a quarter days. Do better, people. Do better. But as we start getting towards the end of 2020, 2020, that guy. As we start getting towards the end, it's getting towards that time where we start looking back and saying, this was the best of this year, the best game, the best song, the best album, the best movie. What is your best meme of 2020? I'll tell you mine. Here he is, Django Leo. It just makes me laugh. I mean, I've got a bunch of these here. I don't know how many I'll keep in editing. Let's check it out. Politicians' promises before an election, after the election. That's the noise I imagine him making. There we go. This one was made for me. When people ask me, what's your favourite meme? Waiter, would you like a drink? Jesus, water is fine. Jesus. Vikings, after they named Iceland and Greenland. Let's name the green one Iceland and the white one Greenland. Nevada counting ballots. My friend, my good friend, the real video Wade, he sent me this one. He said this is him writing a reply to me at night for me to read in the morning. I like that one. Italians, when they make the same pasta into a new shape and give it another name. Experts warn, cancel Thanksgiving turkeys. Go. When you go to Aldi for bread and end up in the aisle that sells all the mad shit. Oh man, that's great. That's good stuff. That is good stuff. So I've not been doing a lot of gaming lately. I've not really had the time, and I'm struggling to get into games. I've been playing Fallout 4 again. I had a cool little incident on Fallout 4. I don't know whether I just got to a point where I was out of my depth, but I had to fight this, I think it was a Queen Mirelurk, and she was kicking my ass. So there was only so much ass kicking I could take. So I went and I got armed up in some power armor. I brought all my big guns. I brought the Fat Man, I brought the missile launcher, I brought the minigun. Then we threw in some Fat Man mini nukes, blew her out the water. Figuratively, she was already out of the water. But yeah, I ain't been doing much. We've got a couple of videos on Battlefront 2, which I'm waiting to do some narration with my brother Scott, but he's in isolation because some rascal at his daughter's school got COVID. What are you going to do? Okay, do you like stupid bullshit? Because I love stupid bullshit. Check this Twitter account. What's that? At MC Block Daily. And this is one block every day. This guy's building a house in Minecraft, but only adding one block every day. So you can see that's this week's. No, sorry, that's today's. So basically this guy's building a house in Minecraft, and he's just adding one block every day, posting a picture. I think he's also streaming, adding one block a day. I mean, I just like stupid stuff like that. But check this though. 369.6 thousand followers. So 370,000 people are checking in daily to see this guy put a house together block by block. Man, don't you just love stupid bullshit? Because I love stupid bullshit. And speaking of, I don't know what this is called. I don't know if this has got a name. I don't know if it's a meme format or if somebody's defined it. But I call them pylons. And it's basically when people just keep the theme going. So this person's wrote, I normally get 10 to 12 hours of sleep. That was in reply to something completely unrelated, I think. I don't really know. Next guy's wrote, lucky, I get 4 to 5 hours. So I wrote, lucky, I get 2 to 3 hours. See how this is going? See how this is keeping it going? Next guy, lucky, I get 1 to 2 hours. And finally, somebody topped it all off with, lucky. I keep my eyes out because I love stuff like that. The Netflix Instagrammer is a good place to get little pylons as well. I don't know. I'm probably just immature. Can you believe I'm a 35-year-old goddamn man? This is the shit that I'm entertained by. So I've been training. I've been trying to get in the little garage gym that I've got. I've been trying to get some work done. I mean, I'm feeling, you know what I mean? Feeling like I'm getting somewhere again. Having a baby really kind of knocked the physique, but I'm getting back to business. Man, I want to fight again next year. I more just don't want to Luke 35, man. When I think back at when I was growing up, 35-year-olds look bad. You know, they look like they'd smoked and drank since they were 14, and that ain't for me, man. It's like this whole trendy thing about dad bods and how women want guys to have dad bods. Hey, guys, don't fall for it. What women want is for no other woman to find you attractive. Say, oh, yeah, no, I like his little belly, I like his love handles. They just like that no other woman likes that. I mean, that's not really a thing to me because I ain't looking at no other women anyway. The other side of that is my wife doesn't want me to have a dad bod. So, guys, don't let women trick you into looking like garbage just so they can be more secure that you're not going to go off with somebody else. It's not your responsibility. Look good. Speaking of fighting, the Mike Tyson fight. Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. Good fight. Exactly what I expected it to be. It was great seeing Mike. I never thought I'd see a Mike Tyson fight. I mean, when I was young enough, when I was growing up and Mike was fighting, here's the thing. We didn't have Sky, so we didn't watch boxing because it was super rare that actually boxing was on TV. And probably knowing my parents, if boxing was on TV, I wouldn't be up to watch it. I was in bed, man. There was no staying up for the boxing when I was a kid. Let's call Gaz. Let's call Mr. Gaffy. Talk about the Mike Tyson fight. So, Gaz, you're officially the first guest on Skuberfacts show. How's it feel?
I feel honoured.
Yeah, we were having a little bit of difficulty with the Skype, so we'll probably have to run the whole Skype call through the show. instead of having my audio this side with the Skype call on your side. But we'll figure that out for next time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Definitely sounds good.
Yeah, I just started talking about the Tyson fight, and I thought I should give you a shout. You know, something that I found interesting. Now I call him Mike. I feel like in the 90s he was Tyson. You know what I mean? Tyson was the animal. Now he's Mike.
He's a lot more of a likable guy nowadays, though, isn't he?
Yeah. No, definitely.
He's got this whole weird farm thing going on, and there's a business.
Yeah, the Tyson Ranch.
And
stuff
like, you know, man's doing well with that. So he's kind of come away from that intimidating side, but still,
he's still Mike. He's still Tyson.
He's still Mike. You know, showing people how to do it in hotel lobbies and stuff.
Yeah, man. What did you think when it was first announced?
Part excited, part anxious for Mike, as we call him.
Yeah.
I think that, you know, Mike was the reason I got into boxing. He was probably the only boxer who ever walked to the ring and had that fear factor for his opponents.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
The guy was ruthless. He was an absolute animal. So I kind of didn't want him to dent that reputation and that sort of that legacy that he had. But at the same time,
I suppose with that last fight and kind of what he did to his career himself, maybe he didn't go out to the best of terms anyway.
I don't think he needed to.
True.
He was I mean, but at the same time, I sort of grew up watching Tyson and, you know, fighting Frank Bruno and stuff like in that sort of era. You know, when he bit Holyfield's ear and stuff like that. And he was like, so for me, I was excited at the chance to get to see him in the ring again, especially seeing the training videos that he'd been putting on social media.
Yeah, man.
So part anxious, part excited.
Yeah. I mean, how much of the fight have you seen?
I've seen snippets, bro. I've not actually had a chance to watch the full thing all the way through.
Same, really, bro. Same.
On the result side of it, I think it was pretty one-sided. I think they made it a draw because it was an exhibition, and I think that was a crowd pleaser.
I don't think there was ever supposed to be a winner, was there?
No, I don't think there was ever going to be either. Even if it was a competitive fight, I think. Mike dominated that fight from what I've seen. But you got to argue that styles make fights, aren't you? And I don't know. Jones was very much an outside counter fighter anyway, wasn't he?
Very awkward.
That pressure, and you know, I suppose it's an opinion. Me personally, I thought Tyson won that fight hands down. Part of me thinks Tyson went a bit easy on him as well.
Well, that was what I was going to say next. I mean, do you think he could have ended it if he wanted to? Do you think if he got that rage, if he was motivated differently, do you think it would have been a lot quicker, a lot more brutal?
I think so. You know, we're talking about Mike Tyson here as well, and I generally can't see him not knocking Roy Jones Jr. out if he wanted to.
Sure, yeah.
But I don't think he was in there to do that. I think he was in there to get in the ring and knock some rust off and see how he felt. And it was money aside, I think both of the guys generally wanted to be in the ring. I mean, taking nothing away from Roy Jones Jr. You know,
absolutely.
If not one of the best pound for pound fighters over sort of a 10-year period.
Man.
In his heyday, moving up and down weight classes and stuff. The guy's a legend in his own right. But this is Iron Mike. It's an overriding factor in any sort of argument.
Sure, man. So what next? What next for him? Do you think this is a one-off? Do you think it should be a one-off?
I think it should be a one-off. You know, you kind of look at Foreman and people who've come back and won titles against the odds when they're over the hill, as it were. For me, man, but you can't play with boxing.
No.
You know, and that's kind of one of the arguments I think that these that's why it went the distance in that fight.
Yeah.
Both Roy Jones Jr. and Tyson know that you can't play with boxing. And at that age, you can get seriously hurt, man.
Well, let's take it. No, go on.
And I think it'd be a shame to see one of them get hurt. Just
that's the biggest thing,
for the sake of it,
Yeah. Speaking of people playing with boxing, no, I don't think the fans do, not at all. Speaking of playing with boxing, and maybe the fans wanting to see people get hurt, what do you think about this? What do you think about Jake Paul?
Again, opinions are. I'm not massively into the whole YouTuber scene, but from what I gather, he's got how many million followers?
I mean, millions, yeah. I mean, I don't subscribe to him personally, not that kind of thing, but then I'm 35, I'm not 18,
It depends what sort of, I mean, there's sort of an array of opinions on this, isn't there? And I get all, I'm not saying any of them are wrong, but, these YouTubers who bring in these millions of followers, not necessarily boxing fans to the sport, is a good thing for boxing.
Yeah.
However, I don't think they're promoting it in the right way. So, for someone like KSI and Jake Paul to get these fights organised as YouTubers and jumping in the ring is kind of like a big puffed up version of what we used to do in the EBS.
No, absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's kind of like
thing,
yeah.
But you don't play with boxing.
Yeah. I mean, I think we're both on the same page with that. Really, I think it's great that it's bringing in a new audience, but you can't play at this stuff. But then I did. How many fights did I take and I didn't train for, and we were being stupid? And
look what happened there.
Yeah, exactly. I played movies. I got it. So quickly then, before the Skype messes up again, and we'll fix this for next time.
Yeah.
So, what do you think of Mayweather, Jake Paul? If this happens, how is this? How is this not just? I mean, it's farcical just from the basis, but what happens when those two stand in the ring against each other, bro?
Well, Mayweather win is what's going to happen.
Mayweather's going to win, isn't he? Will Jake Paul even land a punch?
I don't think so. I think I genuinely think this is purely money orientated, bro.
Oh yeah, no, of course.
It's massive. I mean, Mayweather, best pound for pound fighter in the world, best record holder. What is he? 51-0 now, or something like
that.
Yeah. Against Jake Paul, he's got hundreds of millions of subscribers on YouTube. It's like a promoter's dream.
No, of course.
It's like 7 Christmases pulled together in one fight.
Man.
As far as boxing's concerned, you know what? I ain't going to be the one who watches it.
I kind of want to watch it. Money. I'll be honest, I want to watch it. I don't think I'll pay the money.
I mean,
I'll probably just wait for the clips on Instagram.
The only way I'm paying money to watch that fight, bro, is the fact that I don't like Jake Paul and that I want to see him get boxed. But that's just my opinion. And
I find myself, I find myself similar to when the McGregor fight was happening. I find myself thinking, but what if he gets caught? What if? Just because what it's like fighting. If you're a boxer and you fight another boxer, that's one thing. If you're a boxer and you're fighting somebody that can't really fight, all it takes is, you're not expecting those big stupid punches, are you?
Yeah, but do you really think Mayweather, at his age and his experience, is going to take that fight if he intends to even have a chance of getting landed on?
No, not a chance. I mean, it's going to happen. Yeah. No, I agree.
You may as well get in the ring with me.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was kind of just thinking about that in my head. I mean, with your experience and stuff like that, at the level that we've boxed at, like, if you were in the ring opposite Mayweather, what do you think your chances are of landing a punch? Realistically, do you think you could get a sneaky couple of jabs in, or do you think you'd just be in, out, all over the place?
At the most, a couple of jabs, and I don't think they're making full contact.
Yeah, they're going straight into his guard, aren't they? Really?
Yeah. Nah.
So I've been thinking, and I'm feeling good. I'm training semi-regularly. I'll get more time coming up in the new year. I want to fight next year. What do you think? What do you think? I think on 2 old fights.
I don't think. Well, according to Mike Tyson and Roy Jones, not.
Yeah, true.
You're never too old, but
Okay, well,
never.
do you think? What about with having an MMA fight? I've always wanted one. What do you think? Do you think I'm too old for an MMA fight?
If it was another 5 years down the line, I'd say yes. But I think you've still got the drive in you. The point being, I think you've still got enough drive in you not to get hurt.
Yeah. Okay. Well, on that note, do you think I'm too old for squaring off with somebody on a Tesco car park that I fell out with?
You know what, bro? Give it 20, 30 years, man, and then I'll be telling you too old for that. By the time you're too old for that, you won't want it anymore.
Yeah. I don't think I want it anymore now, but you know what I mean? If needs must, we're there, are we?
Needs must, mate. Needs must.
Bro, it's been good talking to you, and hopefully I can patch this together and it's not going to sound too bad, but if it is, we'll scratch it and we'll do it again next time.
Yeah, awesome. Man.
And in the new year, man, we're going to have to get together, we'll get the new UFC game on and we'll record a bit of a video live.
Yes, man. Yeah. Sounds good, bro.
Awesome. Cheers, bro. Thanks for your time, man. We'll catch up soon.
Man, much love, man.
Much love. See you later, bro.
Much love.
So what's this episode's Skuberfacts? What have we learned? I'd say this one's got to be Mike Tyson is still a beast. Can you imagine being punched in the face by Mike Tyson? I mean, jeez, that'd just be ridiculous. Thanks, guys. Give me a like, give me a subscribe, give me a comment down below. Take care, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Peace.